Welcome to a Quantm tutorial on how to import external GIS or CAD data. My name is Bill Lazarus and I'll walk you through the process. Now, to import external data, it is a simple case of either using the file menu structure and selecting utilities and right hand mouse import GIS CAD data, or using the shortcuts, tools, icons, and click onto import GIS CAD data. Now, if you left hand mouse click on the import GIS data, there's different types of file formats that we can import. So DWG, DXF, MicroStation, DGN files, Esri shape files, XYZ strings, 12D or MXGenio file formats. Let's do a Esri shapefile import. Let's browse for the data set. Double click on the training folder and let's import a road shapefile. Open. Click OK. Now we have the option of, when you're importing data, you can either attribute an ID number or a label. My personal preference is to attribute a label. So if I select label, I can actually view the data that's being imported by selecting this button. There's the data strings: Eucalypt Road, Cedar Road, Pine Road and Hawthorne Highway. I'll select close. The units is in meters. It's all going to be put onto a single layer. OK. So the selected layer is going to be road. Now, feature types, there's different types of features that you can import. I'm going to select, knowing that it's a road, I'll select road and select OK. Now the data has been imported. If I turn on our aerial photography, you can see the data and it's in a faint grey colour. Now if I expand my data file or object layer of roads, I have Hawthorne Highway, Pine Road, Cedar Road and Eucalypt. Now they're visible, the layer's active, however the roads themselves are not active, hence why we can't see them. So they wouldn't be part of the optimization because they are inactive. Now if I check the Hawthorne Highway box, you can see the Hawthorne Highway appear. Same with Pine Road, Cedar Road and Eucalypt Road. Whilst we're importing, let's import a river. So back to import CAD data. Shapefile. Training. River. Open. OK. Again, let's associate it with a label. Let's view the data. It's going to be Oak Creek is the name of the label. OK. We know that it's a river, so let's select river here and OK to that. Expand our objects for river, select Oak Creek and let's turn on the activity. Now we can also do the same with zones. So if I go back to the import GIS CAD data, we have a lower slope for Mount Green. Click onto Mount Green DXF, open, OK. The units is in meters. We put on a layer called Lower Slopes Mount Green. That is the name of the zone itself. We know that it's a zone, so let's treat it as a zone. So let's select, and in terms of the types of zones that we can import, We can have a void crossing, a water zone, a local default zone, earthwork limit zone, area cost zone, a linear cost zone, and a cadastral zone. We'll spend a little bit more time in upcoming tutorials in explaining these further, but for the time being, let's import it as an avoid zone, a zone that needs to be avoided. Select OK. The data's been successfully imported. I can see the grey outline of the lower slopes Mount Green. I can expand that objects layer, select lower slopes Mount Green, and turn on the activity. There it is. Now that's how you import data. Thank you very much. I look forward to our next tutorial.